Z, that's a good question. I think it's probably more important to talk about competencies and tools. Um, I hear a lot of our clients in sub-Saharan Africa asking me, so what product does Swiss Re have that you can help us with that we can offer in the market? And my answer to them is always the same. We have lots of products from all over the world that we can quite easily replicate. But the trick is really to understand the local market conditions, and we can bring some competencies and some tools to help you to design solutions for your end consumers. One of the things that we're seeing in some of the markets is it's really critical to be culturally sensitive. So in some markets, for example, there's a cultural sensitivity to death. And in fact, and this is not just sub-Saharan Africa, it's markets from all over the world, it's considered bad luck to talk about your death. So to send an agent to someone asking him what's going to happen to your loved ones if you die is not going to have the desired effect. But if you turn that around and you phrase the question just a little bit differently, you can get a different outcome. You need to realize that risk is managed in all communities, in all markets across the world. We just need to understand how that risk is managed. So if you were to ask that person, how would your financial obligations, what would your financial obligations be if someone in your community or in your family were to die, then they start thinking slightly differently. It's also a financial planning question, is just phrased a bit differently. So you need to have this cultural sensitivity, and we see that as something that the reinsurer definitely doesn't have, but the local clients with the local knowledge, they definitely do have. So if you bring that and you add some additional expertise from the reinsurer and you add some of our really good tools, then you can create a solution that is really compelling and successful for that market. Some of the tools that we do have is technology-based underwriting tools. So really helping clients to manage the risk. We've got a life guide tool, which is a really fantastic tool to try and understand and quantify risk. And then we've got claims guide, which is a knowledge-based, almost the Google of claims, as we call it. So it's a knowledge-based tool to help clients to also manage the claims that they see. It's a topic that's really close to my heart. I believe the sweet spot is really where you can do business in such a way that you give maximum benefit to society while you still make an adequate return on capital. The reason why you have to be profitable is if you don't make a return on your capital, that capital will simply go elsewhere. So you need to operate in an industry that really is profitable. And we have some good stories to tell. So we've worked on some health books that used to be really unprofitable. And we've worked with our clients to try and turn that experience around. And the things that we do, we look at the product design, we look at the experience, and we try to find what are the underlying drivers of the experience that we see. We add some expertise on the claims management side to really try and counter any fraud that we see. And we've been very successful in turning the experience on those books around. And what I find really rewarding about all of that is when a client then returns some of that benefit to the policyholders, and you can ultimately see that society benefits. And they either return money in the form of reduced premiums or not increasing premiums as they would have, or they increase the benefits. So really getting policyholders to benefit. So it feels like we do something here with the client and adding lots of expertise and working with them in partnership. And down here, hundreds of thousands of people benefit. And that really makes me proud to be in this industry and makes me proud to work for Swiss Re. I'm Nieuwoudt, CEO of Swiss Re L&H Africa, and you're watching Risk Africa TV.